Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Straight to the point. I do not think that I made genius statements in this channel that I have here. I think the statements that I make or the conclusions that I make are, I don't know, conclusions that a normal person, therefore I call myself normal, a normal person would reach. There's not something, my expectation, which probably is misguided, is that regular people should see these things. And when I rarely come with something, in my opinion or assessment, when I say, man, I was smart over there. I think I said something deep. Rarely. Why? Because all these things for me look obvious. It's not, oh my God, and I'm not like 100%, but obvious. Now, what happened? Russia started its open enrollment in its new club. I've said this for some time, and it was obvious as hell. As it was obvious that China, India, and the BRICS will go with Russia. Why? Because they know they will be next if they don't follow the guy. The guy being the plantation master. And the weasel countries around. That was not something, oh my God, after SWIFT, the Russian banks were kicked out of SWIFT, after all kind of sanctions and embargoes and price caps on Russian oil and all that happened, I said, why in the hell the Russians don't just say, you know what, we don't recognize you. We're just going to create our own separate, but you know what I mean, start with an E, situation here. We're going to make our own thing with our partners. And we're going to have a parallel world. And whenever we overlap, we're going to have a little bit of spitting at one another and so on, and then that would be it. Unless they're going to start fighting, obviously. And that's happening, little by little. So now what? Now Putin came out, and I think it's a little summit or where a lot of military institutions show up, and they expo or something, an exposition. They show their, they make contracts, they make deals and so on. And Putin says, you know what, guys, we are open to cooperate with whomever wants to cooperate and is independent. That means not part of the deal, of the plantation. So so that means I'm opening my club. Register right here. Sign your name, cross, put your blood on it, and you're with me. Or we are together. Because I don't think the Russians, that's another offer that the Russians are making. I'm not the boss here. Now, I don't know if that would be true or not, but they don't want to play as these guys play. I'm the boss, and everybody shut up, I'm going to smack you. With sanctions, blackmail, threats, regime change, and straight intervention, bringing you democracy and freedom whenever I feel like. Okay, so they give another option. They say, okay, you don't have to be with that plantation, you have to be with our plantation. No, not our plantation, our club. All right, so let's see what this guy has to say. Sputnik, Russia, Putin. Russia open to deepening military technical cooperation with other states. Small steps. This is from today, August 14th, 2023. Russia is willing to develop military technical cooperation with other countries and everyone who defends their independent path of development. President Vladimir Putin said on Monday. What do you think, independent path of development from whom? From the United States, obviously. According to the president, and I'm quoting, we are talking about equal interaction with the states interested in protecting their national interests and sovereign development path. End quote. In particular, Russia offers cooperation in the training of personnel, training of military personnel, and organization of joint exercises. That means let's be together and oppose the, plantation master. Putin also pointed to the need to jointly create an equal and indivisible, oh my God, I'm speaking like a Martian, security system that reliably protects each country. That sounds to me like a little organization here, a little club. All right? And I'm quoting, Russia is open to the deepening equal technological partnership and military technical cooperation with other countries, with all those who defend their national interests, their independent path of development, and it, Russia, consider it fundamentally important to build together an equal, indivisible, Jesus Christ, security system that would reliably protect each state, end quote. Putin stated in a video addressed to participants of the 9th International Military Technical Forum, Army 2023. Russia also offers foreign companies to develop military technological cooperation. That means they're going to give you technology. 80 foreign organizations present their exposition at the expo this year. Okay, got that? All right, now we got that covered. What does that mean? Obviously, that means, we will take you under our wing, okay? But you gotta be independent. That means you're not gonna depend on them. You're not gonna depend on us. Equal. No, some are more equal than the others. That's what we do as humans. We're equal until I get you, and then I'm gonna show you who's more equal than who. But as of now, this is exactly what I said, and I'm not trying to put a genius medal right here on my chest, okay, or anything like that. I said this for at least a year and a half. Right at the beginning, when these guys kicked Russia out of SWIFT, I said, that's it, my friends. If they did that, which was a big deal, that means the Russians are idiots if they don't create their alternative institutions and club and all that. And not only that, the defense minister of China visits Russia and Belarus for about 5 days. I don't know, tomorrow or something like that. Not Washington, D.C. or the European countries. I think he's sanctioned anyway. Mr. Li Wang Fu, something like this. And on the other hand, the Russians are providing the Indians with S-400s. I think they promised 5 and delivered 3 already. What does that tell you? And not only, they got the BRICS, they got the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. My friends, we like diversity, don't we? Didn't we say that diversity is our strength? Well, there's diversity right here. We don't have only one plantation, we're going to have 2 plantations. Instead of having only, Nike and Adidas, we're going to have Nike, Adidas, Puma, Asics or Asics, however you call it, and so on. All right? So, here it is. Thank you very much for being with me again today. They're working on it. They are working on it. And then they got Africa as well. They had a summit in St. Petersburg a week ago or so. How many countries sent representatives and heads of states? 49 out of what? 55? Give and take, because sometimes there are 55 countries. Some of them are not recognized, some of them are not this. But about 50, let's say 55, 49 showed up. How this weasel media here reported that? They snub Putin because not all the 49 countries send their presidents or prime ministers. They focused on whatever, as I say many times. You go and you win the Olympics in 100-meter track, and then they say, yeah, you won the Olympics, you're the best, but your technique in running sucks, man. You don't know how to run. You don't keep your fingers pointed when you run. You keep them like this when you run, So when you keep them like this, you don't. Mofo, did I win? Where were you? Where were you? Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Okay, so that's what's here. Oh my God. They're working on it. They're working on it slowly. Yeah. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.